what's saturated fat? Coconut oil, palm oil, butter, ghee. There's saturated fat in the macadamia nuts. They're the fats that are broken down in the mouth. From about the 70s, 80s, there was this big media campaign to stop the saturated fat. Am I right? Stop the saturated fat. It's going to give you heart disease. It's going to kill you. So people stopped the saturated fat, and because they were always hungry, because fat gives the feeling of satiation or satisfaction, they started to overdo the carbs. And that's what made them fat. And as we found out on Tuesday, that high-carb, high-sugar diet started wiping out the glycocalyx, those little filaments that protect our vascular system, and heart disease did not reduce. It did not reduce at all. Finally, we're out of the fat phobia. If I meet a 80-year-old lady, she won't touch fat, because she's from the era where fat was bad. If I meet a 60-year-old lady, she might have a little. I meet a 40-year-old lady, no problem at all. 20-year-old, no problem at all. So it's a wonderful relief to see that this fat is bad, fat is bad, fat is bad is actually eased out. Notice they never say, sorry, we got it wrong. Well, they got it wrong all right, and the results were not very good. Saturated fat is a remarkable fat. It's a remarkable fat because the breakdown begins in the mouth. And as you'll see further on down into the small intestine, it goes straight into the bloodstream and it gets burnt as fuel. Whereas the polyunsaturated fat, there's quite a process in the breakdown of that. Whereas the saturated, that's the easiest for the gut to break down, because the breakdown begins in the mouth. And then there's a swallowing process. What's the swallowing process? The swallowing process is a muscular action that closes the entry into the trachea, and the trachea goes down into your lungs. And I'm sure we've all experienced that you're laughing and eating and then start coughing because what's happened? You weren't mindful of your eating because you were laughing and chatting so much, a little bit's gone into the trachea, and then cough, 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 whoop, up it comes. The swallowing process closes the trachea and it opens the esophagus. This is the esophagus. That's the little pipeline into the stomach. And when you swallow, it's a muscular action, and that muscular action closes the trachea, opens the esophagus, and the food goes in. And because of the swallowing is muscular, that muscular action happens all the way down the esophagus, and the little valve that sits at the top of the stomach, called the cardiac sphincter. It's called the cardiac sphincter because of its nearness to the cardiac muscle. And it's a muscle. So when it contracts, it opens and the food goes into the stomach.